Hello, everyone. We are live. Let me just wait for people to jump in onto our live. Hello, hello. And when you do jump in, do let me know where you are jumping from. Just checking. We are currently live on 7 platforms. So, again, say hello and let me know where you're jumping and joining us from. Okay, I think we are good on a lot of our platforms. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Cuppa with Michelle. We are at episode 20, and today we're diving into something so powerful and transformational: fasting. So, as you can see, I am not made up today. I am on my very raw look, and it's because I am actually on the end of my fast. You see, fasting has been practiced for centuries across different cultures for health, spiritual, longevity benefits. In fact, right now, Ramadan is being observed. I think it started the 1st of March and it goes on to the 29th. And during this holy month, Muslims fast from dawn to sunset. Okay, this is to develop self control, gratitude, and compassion for those less fortunate. Similarly, the Catholics are observing Lent. It's a period that goes from Ash Wednesday, which was the 5th of March this year, to Black Saturday, the 19th of April. So this involves fasting and abstinence to prepare for Easter and reflect on Jesus Christ's sacrifice. There's another one that's called Baha'i Faith, and they have their fast from the 19th from the 1st of March to the 19th of March. It's a 19-day fast. They focus on spiritual rejuvenation and reflection. So everyone has got different reasons for fasting. And through the methods, they also have different practices and different reasons and different ways of doing their fasts. So usually, fasting is done as a means to enhance spiritual connection, express gratitude, promote self discipline. For others, fasting is to embrace primarily health and longevity benefits. So, if you don't know the benefits of fasting, it actually helps improve your metabolism and your cellular repair as well as your mental clarity. So, today, let's talk about that. Why is fasting so great for your health and your body? What are the biggest challenges that people face while fasting? How do they overcome these challenges? And how to break the fast right away? If you've ever considered fasting, struggled with it in the past, or just want to know how to do it the right way, grab your coffee, your water, your tea, and let's get into it. I'm fasting, so there's nothing, nothing here for me. So, why do we fast? Why are we crazy? So, fasting isn't just about skipping meals, it's about allowing your body to rest and reset and heal. Here are some of the top benefits and reasons why a lot of people do fasting. Again, this is outside the whole religious reasons for fasting. I am fasting for both um, spiritual and longevity reasons, but for longevity, one of the top benefits of fasting is cellular repair and longevity. According to the Cell Metabolism Journal in 2016, during fasting, your body undergoes autophagy. This is a process where old and damaged cells are cleaned out and repaired, helping slow aging and prevent disease. So, isn't that one amazing reason to fast? Second is improved metabolism and fat burning. According to the New England Journal of Medicine in 2019, they said that fasting switches your body from burning sugar for fuel to burning fat. This is also known as ketosis. I'm sure you've heard this word a lot because a lot of the gurus for weight loss and health talk about this. In fact, it makes it a great tool for weight loss and energy balance. One of the types of fasting that a lot of these health gurus talk about is the 14-hour fast, intermittent fasting, where you actually fast while you're sleeping, which is a really great way to do it because you're not eating while you're sleeping and you count that period together with your either next morning's um, breakfast, or you cut out your dinner so that you've got a longer period which ends right as soon as you wake up. Okay. So the third reason is it reduces inflammation and supports gut health. And supports gut health. According to the annual review of nutrition in 2017, fasting helps reduce chronic inflammation and gives your digestive system a break, allowing it to repair and function better. Fourth, it balances blood sugar and insulin levels. Studies have shown fasting improves insulin sensitivity, which helps prevent diabetes and supports overall metabolic health. Now, if you are diabetic, you don't go on to crazy fasts without checking your insulin levels every time you go on a fast and without getting in touch and letting your health practitioner know. Fifth is mental clarity and focus. Many people report increased mental clarity, focus, and even mood improvements when fasting. As the brain benefits from a more stable energy source, which is ketones, you have better and more clear thinking. A lot of people actually, especially if they're doing this spiritually or for religious purposes, one of the reasons they do it is because they get like literally downloads from the universe, from the heavens, from their guides. You're able to see clearer, you're able to think better. So if you've never experienced it or you've never tried it, I strongly suggest that you do. But let's be honest, fasting is not smooth sailing. It's not always. It can be if you prepare for it really well. It is difficult if you don't prepare for it. So, some of the challenges and how to overcome them, and I'm going to incorporate here my own story and my own challenges in this fast. Okay, let's keep going. So, one of the biggest challenges when you're fasting is hunger and cravings. The first few hours or days can be tough as your body adjusts. Now, depending on how big your meals are usually, and depending how you slowly transition towards your fast, will dictate how hungry or how much hunger pangs or cravings you're going to have. If the first few hours of your day is tough, the biggest and best solution is to actually hydrate. Drink water, drink tea. Herbal teas are great. And add electrolytes to maintain your balance. When I say electrolytes, you don't necessarily have to get the pharmaceutical grade ones. You can have a coconut. Coconuts have great amounts of electrolytes. I have to say, there are a lot of coconuts here, but I didn't get to have that during this fast. Adam is away. So, sweetie, I miss our coconuts. If you do watch this, when you get back, we have to get coconuts. Herbal teas was my go-to when I was getting hungry, and water. Herbal teas are amazing because not only does it get rid of the cravings, but it also gives you nutrients through the herbs. And a lot of the constituents of herbs actually helps boost your immune system as well. The next one is energy dips and fatigue. Your body is switching fuel sources. So it's normal to feel tired initially. That gets to change depending on what part of your fast you're at. Today is a dry fast for me. So if you're noticing that I'm struggling a little bit, this is too much talking for me on a dry fast. But I wanted to share this with you, so bear with me and I'm explaining why you're seeing me do this. But rest assured, when needed, you can always stop and have a break. I think the most important thing when you're doing a fast is to ensure that you have times of rest. If you don't allow your body time to rest or even time to adapt to the fast, then it will be a struggle. Headaches and brain fog. This can result from dehydration or withdrawal from substances like caffeine. That I experienced. The solution, usually, if it's not a caffeine withdrawal, is to increase your water intake and consider adding Himalayan salt to balance your minerals. And if you're the one to go for electrolytes, then go for it. But don't go for processed drinks oh, I can't think, the energy drinks. Don't go for the energy drinks. Okay, this is a fast, so skip those. Have your electrolyte drumsticks, or just have Himalayan salt. Another difficulty is social challenges. Oh, the caffeine part, I'm going to explain that later. The other thing is social challenges. When you're fasting, that can be difficult when you're surrounded by family or friends, when people are eating around you, or when you have to go to a party. So schedule your fast so that you understand the duration of the fast, and it's when you don't have all these challenges around you. So I started my fast as soon as Adam left for Australia for work. And I do that because it's much easier to organize a fast for myself, because I know that when he has work, he's not able to join me anyway, right? So to avoid him feeling bad for me, or me getting tempted because of him eating, or just being wanting to have a meal with him. We always have a meal as a family. So to avoid those situations, I decided as soon as he left, I started my fast. Breaking the fast incorrectly can also be a challenge. When you consume heavy processed meals right after your fast, when you get excited and go, oh my God, my fast is going to end tonight, I'm going to have a burger, that can actually hurt you. That can give you a lot of discomfort. So make sure that you gently break your fast with whole foods like fruits, soup, bone broth, because that will help your digestion. I'm going to share with you how I'm going to be breaking my fast as well, because that's happening tonight. So I'm going to share with you what I did, my personal fasting experience. So I did what I'm doing, because it's not yet over, I am doing a 5-day fast, which is going to be ending tonight at dinner. Some of you might have seen some of the photos that I posted on my stories showing the simple meals that I've been having. So if you're wondering what that was about, well, this is what it is. I went on a fast. So my fast was for really a spiritual, partly religious, and partly longevity decision. So it is Lent, and so fasting is something that we used to do. We usually do choices, and we say, oh, we'll just have fish and veggies during the Lenten season, no meats. Or with some people, they say no meats on the weekend, they'll have it during the week. But mine was that plus the spiritual experience. As I said, it's a different experience when you go through a fast. Your mind is open, your mind receives downloads. You're more, my gosh, like the amount of stuff that you get during a fast is crazy. So if you've never experienced that before, you need to try and experience it, because it's quite good. Now, the downloads that you get from the universe isn't always, or from your spiritual guides, isn't always the same. Some people get downloads about family, about what we call prophetic words for people. Mine was literally downloads for my new business, which is crazy, because I thought I would have a break from the business during this fast, but no, the downloads that I've been receiving were all about my business and how to fast track it, which I'm really grateful for as well. But the third one obviously is for longevity. When you've had periods where, I work a lot on my computer and I don't really get to do a proper workout here, a fast is great because a fast helps you lose weight. So those were my three reasons. Anyway, so day one, as soon as Adam left, I decided to start my fast. My whole community in Colombo and Sri Lanka, sorry, Colombo and Australia did it as well. So it was a great time to get started on the fast. I started with a custard apple for breakfast and a couple of rambutan. So those of you that know what rambutan is, oh, it was the first time I actually saw them again for after the longest time in the markets. Had to get them. Didn't want to waste them, so they were my breakfast for my day one. My lunch was egg and pork with bread. My dinner was vegetable with rice, and that included the biggest thing that I eliminated for day one was coffee. So my meals may sound normal, but actually had smaller meals than usual for my breakfast. That's right. Sorry, for my lunch and my dinner. So my usual breakfast became my lunch because my breakfast was just the fruit. And then day two, I had three bananas for breakfast. I had vegetables without rice for lunch. If anyone knows me, they know I love, love, love my rice. So no rice because this was already, you know, preparing me for my water fast and my dry fast. So I had my vegetables without rice, and it was a very simple mix. When you're in a fast, don't put a lot of sauces in your vegetables. Make it as simple as possible because when you're clearing your system as well, you want to not have too many things that could be toxic to your system, right? Like be very mindful what you're putting in. Hey Patricia, hey Jerry, and I don't know your name. Things that bring you joy. I love that name. So, again, don't make it a complicated meal. Mine was literally just a okra, pumpkin, sorry, not a, but some okra, pumpkin, string beans, and I sauteed it with garlic, onions, and tomatoes, typical Filipino way of sauteing vegetables. I only put salt in it. I didn't put anything else. I wanted to have salt because I knew that I was going to not eat as much or not be able to really drink as much. So that was my breakfast. That was a very simple breakfast. And I posted a photo, and an aunt of mine rang and said, "What are you doing? Why is it so little?" But that was what I prepared. Dinner was a custard apple and a couple of rambutans. Again, I had to make sure I didn't waste them. Day three for breakfast, I had two bananas, and lunch was even a smaller portion. So even my bananas went down in quantity. My bananas was again okra, a couple of baby bok choys, a bell pepper sauteed with garlic, and I don't think I put anything on that at all. And then dinner was mashed avocado with coconut milk. And then, if I am going to be honest, I had to sweeten it a little bit with a little bit of condensed milk. I had some left over. I didn't want to put it. I didn't want to throw it away, and thought, you know what, my last solid food. It's not quite solid. It's already mashed, and I had that. Typically, I'd make a smoothie, but I had cooked all my veggies for this one. It wasn't really a very well prepared fast. If I had really prepared for this, my transition from stopping coffee would have been a slow transition, starting with I usually have 2 cups of coffee a day. I'd start with cutting that down to 1 coffee a day to maybe half like an espresso, a single shot espresso, and then to no coffee. Because if you do a quick transition like what I did, again, the amazing headaches, that was so difficult. Day four, I began my water fast. But if you are used to drinking large amounts of water during a water fast, you actually can't drink a full glass. You have to do small sips throughout the day, and you have to make sure that you actually suck on some rock salt. So I did Himalayan sea salt, and I've got the rocks, and I just made sure that I had some of them throughout the day, because if you drink too much of the water, you can overhydrate, because there's nothing in your system. There's no food to wash out. There's nothing to, get rid of. It goes straight into your cells. So you have to make sure that you take care of your hydration. On day 5 today, I decided to go onto a dry fast. So no water since I woke up this morning. And I'm breaking that at 7:30 tonight. So that's going to be a 20-hour dry fast. My water fast was 27 hours. And my gosh, the challenges. So mind you, first of all, this isn't my first 5-day fast. I've done 5-day fasts before. So I'm used to this. If you're going to do it for the first time, don't do a dry fast for this long straight away. Okay. Again, caffeine withdrawals. That was the greatest. Oh my gosh, the most difficult one, because it was persistent headaches for 3 days. Now, I already knew that was coming. I just forgot how bad it was. And it literally was so difficult to work because of my headaches. Now, my mornings were the most difficult to deal with. And then during the day, it kind of subsides. Late at night, it comes back again. So if you're going to do a caffeine withdrawal, again, do it slowly. Some people say if it's now affecting you, if you need to go to work, then you can have like a green tea, but do it in small amounts so you didn't waste you didn't waste that caffeine elimination. Okay. Because again, it is caffeine, right? If you get your black tea or your green tea, that's still caffeine. I did try doing herbal teas. It didn't work. Didn't get rid of my headache. So a caffeine withdrawal is real. Okay. Next one was cooking. I was cooking while I was fasting because my market day is every Saturday. That's the only time the fish market in the city, like in the middle of the city, is actually open. So here in Suva, I'm in Fiji, the market is right smack in the middle of town, I should say, the middle of town. And that's the only time that you can see everything. So I went to the market, got myself crabs. I still have some lobsters, bought a lot of meat. And because I had all that, I did not plan this ahead. I had to actually cook those meat every day until yesterday. I was cooking meat because I had to cook them and then freeze them, because I wasn't going to be eating them anyway. And not to spoil the meat, right? So when I was preparing it, it was a little bit difficult because you could smell it. But you know what? I honestly did not get the hunger pangs, which was great. I only experienced it in the morning on the first day. And after I had my water, I was fine. I would start feeling a niggle like during lunchtime and during dinner, but as soon as I drink my water again, I was fine. So, and remember, day 1, 2, and 3, I still had meals, so it wasn't difficult. Energy levels, I did feel sluggish yesterday, sluggish as well this morning, but that was because obviously I was just on a water fast yesterday and today was dry. But I did regain my energy on both days, around 10 o'clock today and about 10:30 yesterday. So it's not difficult. It's just, again, something that you do only if you have the ability to actually stop and sit down, stop and just have a rest. If your body's saying, okay, hold on, we need a break, you have to be able to listen to your body. Don't do a fast when you're not able to do that, because otherwise you'll be struggling. Okay, so one of the things that got me through this again, as I mentioned earlier, my amazing support, my Wow Life community in Australia and Sri Lanka. They provided encouragement and spiritual reinforcement throughout my fast. Also, I am always guided by a phrase from the Bible, and this is, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. And this is a verse found in Matthew 4, verse 4. This verse reminds us that spiritual nourishment is as vital as physical sustenance. We can't be sustained just by our food. In fact, if it's all about the food, it's all about the control food has on us, then that's not healthy. That's not a good life. Remember that one of the best things that a fast does is it actually shows you food has no control over you. You can control food. You can say no to food. You can say no to caffeine. And that's something that I really love about this, because even during the days where I was cooking, the food did not bother me. Now, mind you, when you're about to end your fast, you're starting to do your countdown. You'll start realizing that towards the end, you're starting to get hungry because you're thinking about food. But the fact that you've done this fast and the fact that you've actually stayed away from it, you can easily just remind yourself, hey, we are okay. Food does not control us. We control our health, we control our body, we control what comes in, what goes out. Okay? So I'd like to find out who among you have actually started a fast, done a fast, have had challenges with their fast. Please share it with the comments. I'd love to know. And let's talk about it. So, as I said, tonight I am breaking my fast. Now, depending on how long your fast has been, or if you're doing a fast right now, breaking your fast can be different from the way I'm breaking my fast. So, for example, if you guys are doing Ramadan and you've got that whole day where you haven't eaten, but you did eat at the start of the day, when you break your fast, follow these steps as well. Have your water first. This water is the most important thing to start off. When I break my fast, that's what I'm going to do first. And then I'll give you a process where you slowly introduce food into your system because you don't want to shock your system. You want the fast to actually be beneficial for your health. Because whether or not you're doing this for religious reasons, for spiritual reasons, for your health, you want to make sure that you are protecting the temple. Your body is your temple, right? So protect it. So again, always start off with liquids, herbal teas, bone broth, diluted juices. You don't want very sweet juices right now, um, because all these will actually help ease the digestion back into gear. Okay. So, but for me, always water first. Okay. Then add your tea or your bone broth or your juice after. After that, introduce easily digested foods. Again, even if this is Ramadan, introduce your food for your easily digested foods. Bananas, avocados, soft fruits, and lightly steamed vegetables are the best choices to start your digestion going so it's not too difficult. Okay. Third is healthy fats and proteins. So if you are doing Ramadan, again, have those easy foods before you get your protein in. With me, my thing tonight is going to be just avocado with coconut milk. I might put some honey in the avocado, and I also might have some sea salts depending on how I feel. Okay. After my meal, maybe about a couple of hours, an hour later, I'm gonna hydrate and hopefully with a couple of glasses before I go to bed because I barely had any water to, well, not barely, not had water at all today. So again, if you're coming out of a dry fast, even if it's a liquid fast, do it slowly. Tomorrow, I am looking at having fruit again for the morning and then having a poached egg And what do I have? I'm gonna have some of my sauteed veggies, which I had put aside. I've cooked already, but I've put it aside. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna have to make a new one. So anyway, so sauteed veggies. It's probably gonna be okra. Don't know if I still have bok choy. Capsicum, I do have that. So basically, simple veggies to just mix together. This time with rice. I can have my rice. And then my dinner is going to be something simple again. Maybe some veggies. Not sure yet. Or if I feel overwhelmed, then I might just have a fruit again for dinner. Because remember, the idea is to do it slowly. The way you went towards your fast is technically the way you're meant to get out of your fast, right? So, a blended meal for my dinner would be a good way for me to actually have my dinner tomorrow. On the next day, then I can start going back towards my normal meals, but in smaller quantities until I, increase it slowly to more in the following days. So the important thing to remember is you introduce the fats as your what? Third. Remember? Liquids first. So water, herbal tea, bone broth, juices, but juices that are diluted, okay? Next one is going to be your easily digested foods, banana, avocado, fruits, soft fruits, not the hard fruits, not just yet. No apples, no peaches, no sorry, peaches are okay, no pear. And lightly steamed vegetables are great choices. Next one would be your fat and your protein, egg, yogurt, cooked fish, um, what else are easy yogurts, easy proteins. I think that's it. So that's what you can start next. You can have some protein shake if you want. And then the last one should be your bigger meals, your meats, your hard fruits, and so on and so forth, because you actually have to have a stronger digestion to be able to break those down better. Okay. But when you're transitioning back, try to avoid processed foods or sugary treats because after all, you've gotten rid of that. Make those your treats. Make those happen only on weekends. And that way you can continue living a healthy life after your fast. Fasting is an amazing, amazing tool that when done correctly, it can supercharge your health and energy, and it can keep doing that till you finish. Till after you finish. But it needs to be done wisely. Okay. So for me, breaking fast is crucial to ensure that your body is well supported throughout this fasting period, because the fasting period really should be from your preparation to the actual fast to your break fast, because that whole period is really important. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for joining me for Cuppa with Michelle, though I don't have anything to drink right now. Whether you're new to fasting or looking to refine your approach, or interested in what people are doing, thank you for jumping in. And I do hope that if you found this discussion valuable, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on the page that you're joining me from, and share this with others. So my YouTube channel is at Michelle T. Jones. Please don't forget that, at Michelle T. Jones. And I look forward to seeing you for episode 21. Bye.